We of course know and we are aware that spirituality, the realm of spirituality, it's paramount. It's very important for us. And we also know that we should search for a kind of dialogue between ourselves and our soul, perhaps between ourselves and the cosmos, ourselves and the 99.99%, the consciousness level, the consciousness realm. It's so important to build up the consciousness of spirituality within us. But you see, when the pain pops out, when the challenge is here and we really can touch the challenge, we can touch the pain, it's here, it's within us, it's next to us, and we put from one side on the scale, we put the pain we are going through right now, whatever that pain is, and on the other side we put our spirituality. Can this spirituality really transform this pain? Can influence this pain? Yeah, it can desensitize, numb a little bit, but which side wins? You know, because we don't believe that this pain can be revealed in any different way than the way we know. We know and we are convinced and we have been taught and learned that we need to take responsibility for our life, whatever that is in our life. So how can, without taking part in revealing this process, this pain, and transforming this pain, without us, can be this transformed? We need to take responsibility and transform this pain. Because otherwise, what else or who else is going to deal with this pain? We don't believe, we only believe in ourselves. So if today, right now, you are going through pain, whatever that pain is, perhaps you need to pay for a lease or for a rent, or you are not satisfied because you are with a partner or a spouse that doesn't have time for you or doesn't understand your emotions, or perhaps you are living in a place you are not satisfied with this place and you want to change the house or perhaps the town. How many situations in your lives are? The pain is different, of course. Some situations are important, and more situations or less situations where the pain is stronger are more serious. So it really depends on the situation. And now, when the pressure comes, we say to ourselves, and other people say to us, we need to take responsibility. We need to take now this issue with our hands or brain, whatever it means to you, and then resolve it. So what we do? Back to the same formula. We gather the information, we do the due diligence, we collect whatever we have, then we see the light at the end of the tunnel, we see the future, and on this foundation, on the future, on the picture that we see, we make a decision. We do it. And what usually happens or has happened, we figured it out, the outcome. Yes, the outcome is here. But later on, we have another problem, and again, and again, and again. And the problem actually becomes stronger and stronger, and the suffering, it's much stronger than 10 years before or 5 years before. So, back to the square one, we are still in the same pain. And what we do? We exactly repeat the same formula. That's what we do. Because we don't believe that something else, that the spirituality, whatever that is, will do something for us. So we need to take care, we feel responsible for this. Because what else or who else is going to deal with this revealment of pain? In this video presentation and in the next video presentation, I would like to share with you with some technology, with the paradox, spiritual paradox. And the deeper the paradox, the more powerful paradox, the more difficult it is to accept. Because when there is a pain in us, some of the pain is more stronger and less. Where the pain is more stronger, it means that we are more grounded, that this gravitation, that this addiction from that realm, it's stronger in our consciousness. So of course, some of the things we may say, yeah, that's okay, I can wave with the hand and then say, okay, we'll be all right. But another thing, we cannot implement this idea. So it will really depends on the scenario and the excruciating pain that we feel and we are going through right now. So the first part, as long as we don't want to understand and define the solution, and we are not going to be interested in understanding, we are not going to be interested in I need to know, I need to understand, I need to see what is the solution. The solution is on its way. But that's the paradox, because you see now, we as entrepreneurs, as businessmen, as people that deal on a regular basis with other employees, we are responsible for our business. We cannot just sit on an armchair and wait until someone knocks at the door and say, that is the solution. It seems like that we are not responsible for what is happening, because we are not supposed to be interested in the solution. Actually, we are, and I'm going to talk more about it in a more practical way. But this video presentation is about just understanding that we, by taking this idea, we need to reveal it on our own. And then we take this idea, we are not unified anymore with 99.99% of the consciousness, because we take it down to 1/10 of 1% realm. We do it that. We are not connected anymore. Because now I feel responsible and I need to take that, understand that, and put my idea into that. So that's the first part of the paradox. The second part of the paradox is, now with our conscious mind, we should repeat as often as the first part that exactly our five senses, exactly our conscious mind created this scenario. It actually, by looking for the resolution, by looking for the outcome, we have created this pain. So these two parts of this, we could say, of this technology creates the whole. We need to be aware of this and practice that as often as we can, especially in this realm when the pain is so powerful. And repeat as often as we can these two things, and not focus on the solution, but dive into what is uncertain in this pain, what is not revealed in this pain. So how can we find a solution, in other words, to our problem, to our suffering, if we are not paying attention to it? That's the paradox, you see. Because we are addicted from finding, we are addicted from understanding. And because we are addicted so much, because we need to know and understand, that is the issue, that is the problem. So in this video presentation, just dwell, just grasp the idea. Let this idea suck kind of into you. We are not practicing yet how we can do it on a more practical way, implement this idea, this paradox. But just understand, prepare yourself that we shouldn't really be, by not being interested in finding the solution, in being in the solution, we are actually going towards the solution. And that is the paradox, because then we are united, we are unified, we are not on our own. So in the next video presentation, I hope I will insert kind of more light into that darkness, because then by staying unified, by not looking for only the answer in the way I know, I am going to implement I am going to allow this light to come into our darkness. And that is the way how we should deal with our suffering. That is one of many, many ways that what we can do here right now, it will work in the future. And it's really up to us now if we want to suck into that, if we want to think about it, if we want to think about the realm where we are struggling right now, and implement that slowly but surely.